Double kill. Triple frenzy. Revenge. Killing spree. Killing spree.
Hello and welcome back to Negative Production, you guys. I kinda just want to start off by saying my name is Negative9, and something else I would like to start off saying is whenever I did this video, I did not know that the program needed to be a certain length, width, and height. So, yeah, what you guys get to see is just a big black screen off to the right and bottom until I learn how to fix it. I had a few ideas, and my idea was to go to Sony Vegas and crop it together, but whenever I did it, it rendered as a 5-second video of just nothing but blackness. So you guys can imagine how that pissed me off, and just made me decide that I wanted to do this just like this, because I had nothing better to do. Alright, on the first so awesome topic today would be money problems. Yes, money problems. Regardless of me being 16, what do I know about money problems? Well, I know that over half of the United States is in debt, and if I'm not mistaken, it's actually about 75% who is in debt. The rest just don't know how to save money. But, yeah. So, what I think I should probably talk about is personal finance and the class that I've been taking, and how Dave Ramsey is by far the biggest asset to not only to the class but to saving your own money. What the teacher told me, that not a lot of people like Dave Ramsey because they think he's just obnoxious, and I see where they're getting at, but I don't think that just because he's obnoxious doesn't mean he can't give good advice, and I'm going to share a little something with you guys about that advice, and here it is. Save your money and do not use credit cards. I'll give you a minute to let that sink in. Credit cards are the #1 causing debt agent in the United States. Whatever you do, keep your feet out of the water by not using credit cards. It helps. Just don't use credit cards. Use cash for everything. And that is all the personal finance that I am going to give you, seeing as how I am only 17 years old, and I don't think a lot of people would be willing to follow that advice anyway. So, anyway, the next topic that I want to talk to you about is the difference between right and wrong. Also, another subject a 17-year-old probably does not understand the whole concept of, but I think I'm going to give it my best shot and tell you guys anyway. I had a friend come up to me and say, Kyle, I've been having problems with this girl, and I really like her, but I don't want to break it off. And from what I've told, there was just really no chemistry, and he just doesn't feel the same way about her as he used to. So what I told him was, sit her down, talk to her, ask her if she feels the same way about everything, and If it's a no, then your best thing to do is just break it off. Have reason to break it off and not just go out and do it. Regardless of me giving him this advice, he decided to stay with her, and he's still literally torturing himself almost every day. But it if another thing, if you're gonna ask me for my advice and not take it in the end and just do your own thing, what was the point in you asking me for my advice anyway? That's right, there was absolutely no point for that advice. And he just basically wasted about 30 minutes of my time of me trying to explain what I could possibly do to help him. Because the only way you can help somebody is if they want to be helped. Yeah, and he obviously did not feel like he needed to be helped. On the flip side, Negative Productions is now getting a new editor and developer, which means I'm finally getting another friend to come in here and make montages with me. And he said that he might stick with it, and I don't doubt him for a minute. But another thing that he should probably think about is it didn't cost me anything for Sony Vegas Pro. It really, me to do this is pretty much the simplest thing. I find the cheapest way, as you can see from the video flashing the way it is now. Yeah, I'll let you guys look at that for a second. As you guys can see, it's literally part of the cheapest thing you can possibly do for the internet. It requires no credit card numbers. All it really requires out of anything is just the time. Just the time to sit down and do it. And I feel free doing it. I enjoy it. I think it's extremely fun. It just appeals to me. It's something that I would love doing 30 years in the future. And regardless of what people think about gamers, and regardless of what people think about 17-year-olds who give decently well advice that's completely thought through, it's just something I like doing. And I don't know if my friend, the editor that I was discussing, would feel the same way, because he thought about doing it before and he really wasn't sure. But I think he would be willing to, and I think he would be willing to put the time and effort into it, and we can only hope so. And if this does happen, we will have more montages up, and you guys can be entertained a lot more. Okay. The first thing I asked myself whenever I did this video was, why would people want to watch World of Warcraft? And the only answer I have to that is, well, it's something completely different than Black Ops and Halo Reach. And don't get me wrong, I completely love Halo and Black Ops, but, I mean, come on, guys. First-person shooters can become boring. It's just a well-known fact. It's just what happens. It all becomes boring at a time or a place or another time. And it's fun. Like I said earlier, it is fun. But it's always nice to take a break from it. And another question I think I should ask is, do you guys think that World of Warcraft would be willing to shoot? And do you think I would be able to get views for these videos? And I can only hope so, but you never know, right? Please comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll let you guys finish out the video. -9 out.